Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to personalize a web page for your Leaving Cert Computer Science project. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my videos to keep updated with the latest ones. So you have already learned how to set up a navigation bar. In this example, I have a horizontal navigation bar set up across the top of my screen for each of the 6 items that are in the Leaving Cert Computer Science report for the coursework element to the subject. Now I'm going to design my landing page for my home page. There's lots of things we can do on our home page. We could have a welcome note, we could have an image, we could have a space for your exam number. The website must be anonymous, so be very careful of that. Also be careful of images that you're using. Make sure you're using ones that are copyright free, that are used, perhaps that they are ones designed for Creative Commons. And if you want to add color, we're going to go through that first of all. So I'm just going to show you how to break your website up into a horizontal section that might leave it a simple idea to have a nice landing page. So here I'm going to delete these placeholders that I've put in with the Leaving Cert Computer Science coursework and these H1 and H2 over here. Just leave it blank, and I'm going to try to put in a horizontal bar here with a bit of color, and then I'll add back in some text. So to do that, I'm just going to divide up my web page using a div tag, open bracket, close bracket, and then I'm also going to remember that I must close my div tag, and I always do that immediately in case I forget at the end why it's not working. I'm going to start by giving this some identification, so I'm going to give it a class. And I'm going to set it equal to something that I'll remember when I go over to the CSS style to style it. I'm going to say equal to home because it's on my home page. So you can set it equal to whatever you want. And inside in my div then, I'm going to start with, I could put in a H, maybe 4, I haven't used that before in my website, and then at least I can style it. If I have used it before, I have to be careful that it's going to change the style on it anywhere. So inside in here, then my H4, I'm going to put in maybe hello, or I could say the word welcome, or I could say computer science, whatever. Okay, you decide. And I'm going to put in a H3 then, because I also haven't used H3s in my website. And again, if I have used them, note that when I style them, they're going to change for everywhere on my website, so just consistency is important. I use H3 and close it, and inside in there I'm going to say something like, this website will demonstrate my Leaving Cert Computer Science coursework report. Again, you can use whatever vocabulary you want there and add whatever you want in there. This is just very quick off top of my head what I'm putting in. I'm going to refresh and save and have a look at what it looks like. Quite boring still, so let's add a little bit of shading and see can we style it. It doesn't need to have a whole pile of text on the home page, remember, it just needs to be a home page. So you should demonstrate what the site does, and it should be able to lead the examiner to all of the different areas, which of course it does because I have the navigation bar already set up from our previous tutorials. I'm going to pop over to my CSS, and in CSS, these are my .navs, they're all to my navigation bar. So my class for this one, as you remember, was home. So in my here it was home, so to call on that in my CSS I have to go .home and everything I do in here now is going to be the style for all of that. So if I just start off with something very basic like a background color, and I'm just going to go very simple. I imagine that you guys will have lots more brighter colors, but I'm just going to go grey and maybe kind of monotone, those tiny tones for the moment, and leave the artistic side to you guys. If I set the position to absolute, if I set the top, so how far from the top do I want it to be? And I could say 150 pixels, I can change that in a moment. if I don't like it. If I go left 0 pixels, because I wanted to go right out to the left margin. Again, if you wanted to come in, you can change that. If I go right and go 0 pixels, my code there didn't copy in, 0, right. So I have top, left, right, bottom is next. And if I set the bottom to, again, it's up to yourself. You could go 150, you could go 200. Make sure you put the PX. You can decide all that when you see it in a moment. And if I say then, have a look at what I'm doing, refresh and save. Now I can see, if I go to full screen, it's always better. And see that it's way over on the left. Oh, you see this? It needs to be beside it. So I had to put in a space. So refresh and save. And make it full screen. And now I have just a horizontal bar shading area going across. I think it might be nicer to center that text. So we'll change the text in a moment. It might also be, we do the text align, and we're here. Text align into the center. And there we have a horizontal grey bar going across from left to right. To show you how it changes, if we go top 200, it goes way down. Bottom 10, bottom 200, brings it up nearer. So you can change these around how best you feel for your website and how it fits in with your navigation bar. Of course, you could go right up to the top if you wanted. You can go right down to the bottom. That's entirely your decision. It's your website after all. And if you wanted to go in at the left, in at the right, again, depending on your web page, you can do that. That's only 10 pixels, very little. If you wanted to go in 50 on each side, that's how you would do it. Again, that's entirely up to yourself. It's actually quite nice. I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to change my text now. So I'm not happy with how this looks. So remember from my my home page, I had set the hello to H4 and the second paragraph there to H3. So in my styling, let's style my H4s. I haven't used H4 before. So I'm just going to go back up to the top where I had it put in, but I hadn't styled it. So it's in bold writing. What else might I want to change? So if I go font, family, let's see, can I find something else there? I'm going to try this one. And I'm going to say font size. Say for my H4, let's go real dramatic. Refresh and save that. Okay. Again, you can put whatever you want in there. You can put in welcome. I'm just giving you a demonstration. Yeah, let's go with that. And then I'm going to change my H3. Maybe change the color. If you want to, that's up to you. Go white either. And let's change my H3, which is this area here. And again, I might stick with the same font family. Font family. And I might go monospace. And then I'm going to say size. You can set it to whatever you want. Color. Again, you could try white if you wanted. Refresh and save. And change how it looks. So that looks like something that might be a nice landing page for your computer science report. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. Best of luck. Thank you. Remember to subscribe to my channel.